What's up, WWE Champions Universe? This is Lee from Champions Chat, and this is a look at the weekend prize wall for the Iyo Sky weekend. SummerSlammed event, which is funny because it's not SummerSlam for another 2 weeks, I think. But let me just say, compared to last weekend, this prize wall is much better. Last week, I said, and stand by, there was only one thing on the prize wall that was worth going for most people who were able to get very far, and it still took a little stretch to get there. This time, there's a good variety. Now, if you already got Iyo, you know that you've got the Punk's gauntlets here, and that's definitely the way to go. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this prize wall right here, the regular feud prize wall. I'm going to talk about 3 things that I think are, oh my gosh, if you can get to this level, you need to get them. A couple things that are free to play, very accessible, and then some stretch milestones. So there's a good range this time around. For me, if you didn't get it in the showdown, which I did not get in the showdown, the number one thing for me on this prize wall is the evolution moment. This one works with some of the very best modern era females in the game, including New Becky, New Rhea, including Alexa Bliss, the new Twisted Bliss one, including Naomi, Jade Cargill, and they've even added the new Iyo Sky to this moment. It increases their multiply gem strength. It makes Naomi amazing with her botch build, gives everybody all color damage. And of course, I've already done a video on it, but the biggest winner of all in this is Tiffy time. If you have this and like 5 other moments, I mean, literally, Tiffy time is absolutely unbeatable at this point. And this is within the realm of possibility. So for me, I'm looking at the medallions you're going to get from the event itself, which would be up to the gold chest, is very minimal. If you get to 7,000 or 7.6 million, then that and a 450 war score would get you that moment. So that's a tall order, and it might not at all be able to be done for free. So don't get me wrong. I'm not saying this is free to play accessible. I'm just saying this is the thing on the prize wall that if I'm going to spend or do whatever, I would go for that right there. I would say the next best thing in here is all the way down here, and it's right here, the Piper Power Green. That is a vital plate. I mean, just hugely good on a few select people, not the least of which is Ilya, which is where I would put mine if I had one. Granted, though, it's 30, so if you got Iyo Sky early, if you're able to get to the 7.6 million mark on this event, and if you get to 450 on the war score, that might be possible, but that's some spend involved there. So the next one is totally free to play, I would say, and it's always just the 7 loot coins. I love that they give you 7 loot coins in the feud loot. It is a nice little bonus. I think it's super cool. And it's usually very free-to-play accessible. You can get that by feuding. I think you'd have to feud up to like 400 million, give or take. But keep in mind, the using any powerhouse, any striker, any whatever, will get you close to that, if not past it, typically. So that shouldn't be a very tall order. It's going to involve some gameplay. But free-to-play, you're saying I'm going to grind instead of I'm going to spend if you want the good rewards. And I think that's the start of good rewards. 7 MPs, very accessible. I would count that as a win if you get there. The next one that I would say is pretty well free to play is the Red Reinforce. That plate right there on Vader, if you don't have a different one that, like, for example, I use the Sheriff's Badge on my Vader, but that one on Vader would be very good. That one on Seth freaking Rollins is just absolutely incredibly good. So there's a few, but they're very, very good characters when you have that, especially if you've got Seth freaking Rollins. That's the plate I say is his now. That is his plate in my mind. This one, not very useful, and you've probably got 75 of them at this point. Not really, but you know what I mean. The next thing I would say, low spend right here, 3 coins, Goldberg shards. You should be able, there's 5 of them, so you can get 1,000 shards of Streaker Goldberg. If you don't have him, he is a very important coach, and now I can confidently say he's meta relevant with damage doing the triple green build. Check out our 3-minute moveset for him. They've made him better, finally. So I would say getting him would be a huge win for most any roster. And for 3 to get 200, you might be able to get up to 6, maybe even 800 shards. Pretty free to play right there. So that's good. That's really good. If you missed Michelle McCool, they're for 11. You're kind of stretching spend, a little bit of portal spend and that. But you could maybe get her, Dusty, or Devon. Devon's pretty common, but at the same time, if you don't have him, and if you do have the Punk's gauntlets, he is top tier with those. So that's good. Dusty's fine. Then you start getting back into the spendy ones. I wouldn't worry about Jade. She's not meta relevant. The moment helps, but Brutus is, but you need both gears for him really to shine. JBL is just a roster booster no matter what. I don't have any gears for him, and he's still one of my go-to tricksters, and I've got a lot of good tricksters. Abby, same thing. She's phenomenal. Rhea's phenomenal. If you could recruit her with that, I absolutely would do that, but I would also... It's 21. The moment's 20. I would go for the moment. You're more likely to get Rhea later, but that's just me. Penta, for 10 for 200. Same thing. You might be able to get 1 or 2 sets of shards. He's very, very good. Vader right here is one of the most underrated showboats in the game. He's phenomenal. If I could both get the evolution moment and go for shards, this would put me within 100 shards of Jacqueline, and I would love that. This is way overpriced, but he's good. It's just most people aren't going to be able to afford that. And now we're into the, are you kidding me? Like, who is going to end up with this unless you're spending a good amount? But if you're spending a good amount, you already have these, more than likely. If you don't, Muda's a roster changer. Howdy is perhaps the best coach in the game, or one of 2. And Austin is a roster changer. So great all the way around. Then we come to this guy, 7 for Roddy Piper. So Roddy Piper's entourage ability, this is low-key underreported. I don't think enough people have seen this or know about this. They changed his entourage ability to all color moves do 100% more damage. So he replaces, in most case, the need for any of the other color people. But if you have someone like a Rhea plus gear, which I don't have, but if I did, I could legit use him and the other person who buffs finishers. And, it really helps. So this, I think, is going into the next meta, whatever hype looks like, I think he's going to be a very important trainer now. These I would mostly ignore. This is great. Anytime you can get affiliation strap, if you don't have one on Howdy, if you don't have one on, I don't know, even the new Iyo, actually, now that they've updated her ability in there, for those who saw our videos but didn't see the trainer ability, coaching ability, because it wasn't loaded yet, its leech gems do like 300% more damage, which is... Go get them. I like it. This one's a random ultimate affiliation strap. The one thing I really like about these, I think it's this one right here. You can't see it because it's like right here, but that is Icons of WrestleMania. This could be an IOW strap, which would be huge if you could get that. Could also be Hall of Fame, which would be good for a few people. But yeah, this is a very good buy. I would rank it, like, for me, if I only had 10, if 10 was the exact number, I would debate between an ultimate random affiliation strap and the 7 loot coins. Roddy Piper, you've probably got. If you don't, like, boom, there you go. But you probably got him. You can take him up the hard way. But the chance of this dropping IOW, yes, please. That I wouldn't worry too much about. This one is great because it's Iyo Sky, but again, you're saying I'm not taking the moment. So if you have the moment, If you have Rhea, because you could get 20 of her shards, or I'm sorry, 300 of her shards for 21, but you've got that 2021 and you want that, I mean, that's great. This one. This is what I want to be 6, not 46, or 26 even, but this right here, I would almost be able to recruit him with that. But there's almost no way you're getting 46 without heavy spend. Not for me, bro. This is good. If you don't have him yet, he's good. This is also good, but same thing. It's just one's the ultimate gym damage, the other's the ultimate move damage. I would personally not spend the 20 on those unless you really need it. And that's it. So that's what I think of this prize wall. This one is very good. Last weekend's was atrociously horrible. This one has something for free to play, like something really good. The 7 coins or this ultimate affiliation strap, that is good stuff. It's got something for those who are stretching. Oh, and the Goldberg, free to play. Yeah, if you don't have Goldberg, those Goldberg shards are really accessible. Those are also fairly accessible as well. But the main things I would say personally, this right here is my absolute number 1. This is my absolute number 2 on here. And then probably the affiliation strap. But your roster is going to vary. If you are missing any of these people and you can recruit any of these people with these coins, that is or medallions, that is definitely worth considering, especially from here on out. Well, no, it's really just everybody but Jade. She's just not that great. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I need to test her with the evolution moment. Let's say that. Maybe with the evolution moment, she might be phenomenal. So prior to that, on my roster, not super useful. But anyway, any of these would be great to recruit, is where I was going with that. So that's it for this prize wall. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Like the video, subscribe to Champions Chat, and then send this to your friend or faction mate who's questioning, hey, what's good on this prize wall? What would be phenomenal on this prize wall? Here's what you need to know. We'll see you on the next one, friends. Bye.